Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. It's so nice to see you all joining us. And as we get started, I'd love to hear from you in our chat. And please share where you're joining us from and maybe a quick note on what you hope to take away from today's session, as it's always great to see the real need on the audience. And so we can also cover most of the questions during today's session. And as you all know and might already seen on our webinar setup, that you can have the Spanish translation available today. So in case you want to access the Spanish channel, you just need to press on the translation button on the setup of the webinar. And the second option of the translation that we have available is the captions. So in case you want to translate or have the simultaneous translation of our session in the captions to your native language, please feel free to press on the captions, turn it on for yourself, and you can set it to any language available on Zoom. So please feel free to do that. And I already see a lot of people joining us in the chat. So please continue doing that. And we're expecting the notes from you. And today we delve into the pivotal area that's shaping the future of our industry. And of course, this is the marketing automation topic. And as we approach 2025, understanding and implementing the tools and solutions for the marketing automation becomes crucial for staying ahead in the increasingly competitive market that is becoming really faster and faster every day. And I'm quite sure that all of you already know a lot about the marketing automation techniques, as we've been talking about that for some time already, and it's been on top of the most hot topics on the internet as well. But we are here today to unpack the latest advancements and strategies that can elevate your real estate operations and ensuring that you not just keeping pace with the market and the trends, but setting the trends yourself in the sphere. So to kick off our session today, I wanted to share just one slide with you, and I hope that you all see it, and to share just a few trends that you can see on the market when it comes to the marketing automation. First thing is, of course, the personalization, and it's initial in today's marketing landscape to tailor interactions to individual client preferences. And automation tools enable us to customize the communication that you build with a client, making each of them feel uniquely valued and also making your relationship close. Next one is efficient content creation. And as all of you create the content, either for your personal brand as a real estate agent or broker owner, it also, or for the office, for example, it also ensures that we maintain the consistent brand voice around all of our communication. As we all hear the part of Remax, you all know that as much as you support the brand, as much the brand is supporting yourself as well. So this is a very important thing to consider as one of the trends. The third one is for sure the automation, and integration plays the critical role here in the marketing automation itself. And connecting your CRMs, social media platforms, email campaigns through all the automated systems ensure that our marketing efforts are effective across all channels. And lastly, for sure, to automate some designs and presentation tools, for example, and transforming how we create all those marketing materials. And here, tools enable us to design stunning presentations, brochures, and other marketing materials with ease. So these tools support our marketing efforts. And for example, this slide itself is the product of one of these tools that I created just, to be honest, 5 minutes before this webinar. And this one was created in Canva, very fast and very easy. And Canva really simplifies the design process, enabling to create very impactful and eye-catching materials that, for example, you can see drags your attention much more than it would be if I would just speak through those 3 or 4 trends that I just mentioned. That's why I'm really pleased that today we have our partners from Canva joining us on this session. And I'm really pleased to hand over the stage to Bahar and Daniela, as they will explore the current market trends and also showcase you how Canva innovative tools can support your ongoing efforts in the real estate marketing. And with this, I'm going to be stop sharing my slides and be welcoming Bahar and Daniela on stage. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Just 1 second. Let me just set everything up.
I believe we just need to press the enter full screen mode now, just for a second.
Just 1 second. It's being funny. Yeah, okay. Should be fine. Can you all see it?
Yes, we see it perfectly.
All right, perfect. Hello, everyone. Hello again. This is Bahar. I'm a strategic client director in our EMEA team here at Canva. And together with Daniela today, we're going to talk about the future of visual design and why it has become so important for businesses and especially for real estate businesses. So I'll hand it over to Daniela.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Daniela. I head up our client partnerships team here in EMEA. And as Bar has mentioned, before we delve into the topic itself, we're going to watch a very quick video.
Design is all around us. Design can express what you think, what you dream, what you feel, what isn't quite real yet. It moves you to create, communicate, and collaborate. It can inspire generations.
This is our lucky day.
Spark an idea. Start a revolution. Design can empower everyone to make a mark, make a difference, make magic. Design allows us to look back and look ahead. We just need to open our eyes. Believe that if you can design anything, you can design the future.
There's one key aspect that was mentioned here as part of the video, and that's really the key message, is it's all about inspiring, it's all about grabbing attention and also to make a mark, right? And if we look at some of the stats, we have over 300 designs being published in Canva every second across 190 countries. And that's just to highlight how important design has become. So it's no longer just something that expert designers use, but actually anyone really that wants to make an impact, anyone really that wants to grab attention is now using design. And as we move forward, you will see that by the time we've actually finished our today's conversation, we would have created, or people would have created, over 7,000 designs. So as you move forward, you can see that today the way we communicate has absolutely changed. If we go back a few years ago, letters have become emails and typewriters have become laptops, right? Or analog telephones have become smartphones. Through social media, we have been exposed to a new way of consuming information. It must be compelling, it must be visual, and it must be fast. So there's no surprise as we go forward that visual communication has become the status quo, not only in our individual lives, but also in our professional lives. And we should really make use of that, because new technologies have given us the opportunity to use these tools, to use visual communication to be much more confident. So the way we really have to see visual storytelling, especially for estate agents, it's really for you to showcase your properties, for example, in a way that you capture the emotions of those that buy, and really using that to effectively draw in potential buyers, but also to get much, much faster decision-making process. Because as you can see in the following slides, design essentially, or visual communication, what it does is it allows you for information to be 40 times more likely to be remembered and to be shared. So 40 times more likely to be remembered and to be shared. So any touch point that we are undertaking every single day, emails that we send out, the way we post, the way we communicate on social media is 40 times more likely to be remembered. And also, as buyers usually go out before they go and buy something, they would want to do a little bit of research themselves. So it's more so important that whatever we present, whatever we push out into our audience, that it is on brand, that it is compelling, and that it is attention grabbing. So the way we can see visual communication right now is that attention has become a commodity, and we should be using visual storytelling as our currency, right? We should make use of that every single day. And as we move forward, you can see as part of our visual report that we post at Canva, over 90% of business leaders actually said that you must have a visual first approach. So what we do is we actually go and we speak to different leaders. So in this case, we were speaking to sales leaders, and over 90% of those sales leaders actually confirmed when they use visuals as part of their day-to-day engagements and their collateral, they have accelerated their sales cycle. And that's essentially what we want. We want to accelerate our sales cycle, but we also want to get decisions done much, much faster. And over 90% actually focused and mentioned that you will get much better ideas, articulation. So especially as you need to work, for example, as part of a broader team, you increase your efficiency and you increase your business performance on a personal level, but also on an organizational level. So as you can see in the following slide, globally, leaders are now requiring, just because we just looked at the stats and we looked at why design is so important. So globally, across the world, everyone is saying design literacy is thriving in the workplace and is absolutely needed. It is the future going forward. So what does that actually mean as we move forward into the next slide? It means that if users or if employees, for example, if they don't have the right tools, they will go out and find their own tools. And over 44% are already using communication platforms or design platforms. It's some of you right now, right? You probably already have a Canva account. But as you move forward, what they say is they do want to have the right tools in place. It's not about adding complexity. It's not about adding an additional tool on top, but it's about being more efficient across different workflows. It's about real-time collaboration so that everybody can learn from one another so that we are much more impactful. And it's all about having an all-in-one functionality that's being made available across an organization. So in the following slide, you can see AI has become also a very big part of Canva, of course, as well. And it is absolutely dramatically transforming how we work. And there's a beautiful quote, which I find quite interesting, which is AI will not replace humans, but humans using AI will replace humans using not AI. And that's essentially what we also want to do. We want to add another layer of innovation on top of your current design processes so you can use AI and enhance your workflows. So as we move forward, you can see it's all about enhancing your productivity and supercharging your creativity. That's really those two power aspects and the dynamic that we need to take into consideration. Because in the following slide, you can see in the past, design tools that have been out there, they have been very complex to use, quite expensive. It wasn't so much focused on the usability itself, but it was focused more around the skill, right? But now, since design has become so important, we have understood that everybody needs to be empowered to design. And that's exactly where Canva comes in. So you can see right here, it's all about making it simple and easy for you, and so that you can push out designs that are compelling, that you can grab the attention of your buyers in no time.
And when we look at the real estate agents that we work with, when we look at how they are using AI, our Magic Studio, our AI suite, is that they are using it to make their design processes faster, easier, and more efficient. And we're also seeing a lot of real estate agents using our Magic Studio, which is our AI studio, to edit their images, their videos, and just to make their day-to-day lives a bit easier. So what I want to do next is I want to talk about the value that real estate agents get from Canva, especially based on our experience working with them on a global basis. And we're going to look at some of the typical real estate use cases that can inspire you to use Canva more effectively. And I know that already over 13,000 of you already are using Canva, but I appreciate that there might be some of you who don't know what Canva is or had no experience using the platform before. So I want to start off with a video to just to give you an idea about the possibilities of the platform. So as you can see, the possibilities on Canva are really endless. And I want to specifically talk about how Canva allows and how Canva helps real estate businesses and agents. What Canva allows you to do is allows you to create on-brand real estate marketing materials, presentations, flyers, postcards, and social media assets in just a few minutes. And the best thing about Canva that it's very, very easy to learn. You can really create anything from presentations, from digital assets, from social media posts. And anyone can learn to use Canva because it's very intuitive. So you really don't need to have any design experience or any marketing experience. You can go on Canva and start designing something beautiful as of tomorrow. And improving brand awareness and being able to cut through in the crowd is especially important for the real estate businesses. And we know that when you do create a consistent visual identity, it really helps you to cut through from the crowd. And given how competitive the real estate market today is, it is very important that you keep that consistent visual identity. And what Canva allows real estate teams to do is to create their brand kits with their own brand assets, with logos, fonts, colors, so that you can easily stay on brand and consistent. So let's say when someone else, like one of your competitors, are posting one of the ads and you're also posting it, by having that consistent brand identity, you are able to cut through and get the attention so your clients will trust you more. And it also allows you to collaborate with each other better, right? So it allows you to collaborate with your offices, with your regions, with your head office, so that you can really create beautiful designs, but also stay on brand and consistent to that imagery that we were talking about. And just to see it in action, having the brand kit allows you to have all the latest brand ingredients from logos, fonts, pictures, and it will all be available in the editor for you. So you don't need to worry about where to find these assets or whether you have the latest version, and you can just apply your brand to a design in just a few seconds. And the real estate agents that we talk to tell us that they need to create a lot of content and in different sizes and very, very fast. And with Canva, agents can take a brand template that their teams have created for them and just resize it to work as a social media post, a real estate flyer, or a just listed postcard in just a few seconds. So to give you an example, for instance, your team can be creating this brand template for you, and all you have to do is just change this imagery and drag and drop it from your uploads, and also change that text, and you can easily just with one click turn this social media post or flyer into another type of social media post. So it's really, really flexible when it comes to moving between different sizes. And best of all, you can create these materials on any device. So even if you're working on your laptop, for instance, or maybe you're on the way to go to meet a client, you can just do it on your mobile. It's just really, really easy and flexible when it comes to working with different types of devices as well. And again, this is how it looks in action. So your marketing team creates brand templates for you, and the agents then are able to just go and find them in folders and able to quickly resize that according to their needs. And we know that it's not always possible to get the best lighting when you're taking pictures or when you're taking videos of a property. And this is where Canva's easy photo and video editing, comes into the safe. We know that a lot of real estate agents that we work with uses Canva's photo editing to remove certain objects out of the image, or to make the lighting better, maybe sometimes darker, just to make sure that everything is looking perfect for your advertising. And this is just, again, another example of how easy it is to use Canva to edit an imagery. This is one of our AI tools, AI features. It just allows you to remove certain elements and grab an image and just move it somewhere else in the picture. And trust me, this is very, very easy. It really isn't complicated at all. It's just in one click, all of you will be able to do some that sort of magic. And Canva also allows you to link all your social accounts to your Canva account directly and schedule social posts on any platform. And this is important, I know, because you need to publish your advertising on different platforms. I know you're using Instagram, Facebook, TikTok sometimes, and switching between these platforms can be very difficult and time consuming. And therefore, it's very helpful, even if you're, let's say, you're planning for the week on a Monday morning, you just want to plan out all your social posts so you don't have to worry about them throughout the week. You can just schedule them on different platforms, and you can get the insights exactly back into your Canva account to see what ads are performing the best and what are not performing so well. And finally, what we see working really well with the real estate agents that we work with globally is Canva's printing functionality. So you are able to send assets that you create directly to print out of your Canva account, and we have partners. So this will be posted directly to your address. So let's say you're going to a viewing and you want to just like take one of the prints with you. You can easily do that. You don't need to look for other partners. You can just directly do that over Canva as well. So these are the most, popular use cases that we see within Canva. Canva is a limitless platform. There are many, many different things that you can do, but these are the use cases that we see, especially being helpful when it comes to helping real estate businesses becoming more visual and more efficient. And I want to leave some time for your questions as well. I can see that the chat is already moving a lot. So we really want to see what kind of questions are coming and whether we can address some of them. So I'm just going to stop sharing now.
Thank you so much, Bahar, and thank you, Daniela, for your presentation. And actually, yeah, we do received quite a few questions already, and it's great that we are having this Q&A in the end this time, with the extended one. And one of the questions Daniela actually already answered in the chat, but I think it's very beneficial also to like to speak it through right now and communicate to everyone. So the question was, if the pictures from Canva do you need to pay additional royalties and license to use the pictures and the assets from Canva that are available on the platform?
Lisa, that's a very good question, and we do get that question a lot, and the answer to that is no. Everything that we have on the platform will be free to use to everyone, and we do have millions of imagery and not just pictures. We also have videos, audio, all different kinds of assets that the team might need when you're creating their ads, and they're all free of charge and available to all team.
Thank you so much. Then the next question we received is basically if there an automated way to add captions on the videos in Canva and if they can be translated automatically on the platform as well.
Lisa, again, another really good question, because this was one of the features that was most demanded for a very, very long time. And we have just launched this feature, the captions feature, on our video platform. So we're really excited to see how everyone will make use of that. So the answer is yes.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's the feature that I personally might use also quite often for our marketing efforts. And I also have two additional questions that I'm going to combine. I believe it's also very beneficial to maybe extend it a bit, because I know you talked it through slightly. And what is the key difference between the Enterprise and the Pro Canva version? And the add-on is how can people, while having the Canva Pro, switch to the Canva Enterprise? And what's going to be the process of that?
Absolutely. So the main difference, Lisa, is that a pro account is for an individual who wants to use the more premium features of Canva, right? So it's just one place where you just create on your own. Whereas when you're part of an enterprise account, all of the Remax Europe accounts across Europe is going to be merged into one, and you will be able to collaborate as an organization first and foremost, right? So your regional teams, your central teams like Lisa and her team will be creating pre-ready templates for you, which you can take and customize and use according to your needs. So you will have access to all the different brand assets that the team will make available for you. You will have all the latest logos, brand colors, etc. So you don't have to worry about whether you're using the right asset, whether you have the latest logo that the team has sent. Everything will be available to you, and you'll also be able to collaborate in between each other. Let's say there is this one ad that is working really well for your friend, and you really want to share that share that and also use it, and you will be able to do that within the platform. And also, again, when you're on an individual plan, you don't really get any support from Canva. So the way that we're going to work moving forward under an enterprise, account, is that we will be supporting you very heavily. So we will be providing trainings and upskilling sessions, webinars to really help you with your Canva journey, and you will be supported and have priority access to any needs, any problems that you might have. And in terms of the switch between the two, it is a very easy process. We're going to share a guide for this. And essentially, you will be able to save all the designs that you have already created in your Pro account and just move them into the new Enterprise account in just one click.
Thank you so much. And one related question, but a bit, I would say, a bit step back. What is the greatest difference between Canva Free and Canva Pro?
Okay, that's a good question as well. We do have a really good Canva free product as well. But again, Canva free and both Canva free and Canva Pro are for individual users. And Canva free is a more limited version of Canva, right? So I mentioned that you have access to millions of different stock imagery, videos, audio, etc. Some premium features, for instance, the AI features, they're all available with a paid Canva version. And Canva free is a much more limited version of the product, which doesn't really allow you to also collaborate with the rest of the team.
And one thing maybe to mention, because somebody has asked about the content, right? The pictures and the videos and the images, if they can use. If you use Canva for free, you're also not that much protected. If you have an enterprise account, actually, you can use everything. So all the images, all the videos, all the content, and you are fully protected, right? So you wouldn't have any problems around usage rights, for example, which where with Canva for free, you just don't have the indemnity. You're just not covered to a full extent. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I actually have one additional question also related to the protection of the data. And the question is, what about the data protection of the personal data and, for example, the property listings? And does every user have to create an NDA with Canva while using it? And, for example, the real estate agent or broker owner while uploading the content on Canva?
So we will have an NDA between you as a company and Canva. So we won't need to sign separate NDAs between all of you. So that will be done on a central level. So you won't need to worry about that. And actually, when you're on an enterprise account, it is a much more protected way of working. And it really ensures that the data protection standard, it really meets the standards of large organizations like Remax.
Yeah, and as we have just discussed, basically on the Pro account, as a separate user, the user is protected, and also on the Enterprise account as well. Okay, let me just quickly double check. Yeah, the nice question that I like, how we access the Enterprise account. This is in the process, so it's going to be communicated from our end once we're going to have the access to this one, and that we can share everything with you. And another question that I for sure had was about how the collaboration on the templates is happening on the enterprise account, and how people can copy, paste, and basically if it is flexible, the templates, and if they are copying it in their own account, or how is this organized and happening?
Happy to take that.
Daniela, yeah, because I had an internet cut out, so
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm happy
Go
to take
ahead. Yeah.
Yes, so there's number of ways. So one way is through workflows, where you can regulate who you want to interact with, right? So you might want to interact with designers internally, or you might want to interact with other agents. So you can do that via workflows. You can also tag people through kind of like an @sign, so similar to what we're used to in social media purposes. And then you can pull a person directly into a design. That's also possible. And then the other option is that we can put individual agents, also brokers, we can put them into multiple groups. And then you have your template function, right? And then those templates can be assigned to different groups, to different countries, or to individual users. So it goes really into detail. You start off on a high organizational level, then we can go into a local level, and then we can also go into an individual level.
Super, thank you so much. And one additional question that I also saw in the chat, I'm now just going once again, not to lose anything, was about the automated postings through the Canva. And as a marketing person, like I'm also very keen on this part of the automation. And the question was if you can connect all accounts, and basically what platforms can be connected already now, and how up to how many accounts, for example, per each platform can be connected.
So every account can be connected to all different types of social media accounts. Let's say like we have Lisa's account, right? Lisa can connect her account to LinkedIn, to her LinkedIn account, to her Instagram account, to her TikTok account. pretty much any social media platform that you can imagine. So you can directly publish on Canva. You don't need to schedule the posts. You can just directly publish, or you can also schedule it on these different platforms and make a combination of different posts as well. So it just really makes that whole automation process very fast and easy.
And Lisa, also there was a question around somebody asking around the fonts and what fonts to use. And I think that's also, I believe that was Julia. And Julia, that will be managed once you have an enterprise account in place. So your marketing team, they will pre-select that for you, for example, right? So you wouldn't have that problem anymore in the future where you have thousands of fonts or thousands of colors and you do not know if you're on brand. So that's sort of how we will pull in the template function as well, so that you have some guidance on that end. So that's also one key element.
And one additional thing I also received talking about the fonts is that translation from Hebrew to English sometimes cause the problem with the font transfer, and the fonts are not transferring.
This is something that we can look into a bit more deeper, Lisa. And if that's the issue, like if the person who has asked this question can connect with us, we'll raise this with our support team to make sure that we're addressing this. And yeah, if anyone else has any feedback about Canva, we're really happy to I guess deliver that news to our product team and make sure enhancements are being made, but we'll look into it.
Thank you so much. And I believe, as I don't see more questions coming, I have one last one to be asked is there the possibility to subscribe to the enterprise account monthly, or is there only yearly subscription for that one?
For the Canva enterprise account, correct? That's the question. Yes. So for the Canva enterprise account, the subscription will be yearly. That's because we are doing a very, I guess, large central agreement, and this is the best way to manage an account as such. But we will be making sure that accounts can be transferred in between if someone, for instance, leaves an office, etc. And we'll also looking into getting you and a preferential pricing as well, which will hopefully help you all transition into the Canva enterprise account.
Thank you so much. And as I don't, no, I believe this question we should cover as well, is how will it be the training? Will there be a training for Canva enterprise once it's rolled out? And will our network can basically count on some additional trainings from your team and from you?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Lisa. That's the whole idea of us being there to support you all. So you will have, as Remax, you will have a dedicated customer success manager who is essentially responsible to onboard your team and making sure that they are up to speed, they know exactly how to use Canva, but also continuously upskilling the teams based on the new developments on the Canva front. So we will be working very actively with you and in organizing those sessions. This is something like, schedule wise that we will need to arrange together with you, Lisa, but I'm sure it will be being received by everyone on this call and beyond, and we'll also look into doing perhaps like in other languages like Spanish, etc.
Super, thank you so much. Yes, and as I don't see many more questions coming, and I do believe that for our first session together on this topic, we covered already a lot. And thank you so much for this presentation, and thank you for covering the questions. I'm sure we're gonna still receive on our emails a lot of them, and we're gonna be prepared for all the next and the following sessions to cover those all, and really to dive deep into the optimization process and see how all real estate professionals from Remax can benefit from integrating such tools as Canva in their marketing processing. So thank you all for the attending. Thank you so much, Bahar and Daniela. we're as usual staying in touch with everyone, and we're gonna share with all of you, because I saw in the chat that the video was very intense and fast. So we're gonna share the recording of our today's session with our attendees today, so you can still review it once again and see all the functionalities that Canva offers. And with this, I believe I can wrap it up a bit earlier today, and to say thank you to everyone for the attendance and thank you.
Thank you.